you're muted, buddy. I don't know why.
I'm unmuted.
There you are. There you are.
Good morning. Ready up, gamers. It is Monday, January 20th. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Inauguration Day. Happy 56th episode of Ready Up, your weekly gaming alpha show to stay on top of the markets and ahead of the game. I am your host, Icy Gaming, running duos alongside the wolf of Web3 Gaming, the K9 of the K9s. You see that hat. Patron of the Pooches and our supreme leader guiding the best alpha pack that is Wolves DAO. Peyton, were you marked safe from the meme coin mania over the weekend?
I was, man. I was in the family trenches with my my dad flew in from Hawaii, as well as my brother drove up from Norman. So I was marked safe, but also marked poor. So all in all, it was a good weekend, man. I can't complain. Honestly, memories were made this weekend. So that's all I can ask for. How about you, brother?
Memories were made, history was made. Yeah, I had a really nice weekend. Definitely was like trying to lock in as much on the markets. It's wildness, man. I don't even know what to make of all of the insanity that is going on. Fortunately, hopefully, we've got Spark coming on a little bit later to talk about his outlook on the markets. Maybe guide us on how to make the bag. But dude, there's so much to talk about. It's honestly too much. We are definitely in the mania phase of crypto. But welcome everybody. I love to see the comments going. AE in the building, Sovereign, Rila K, good to see you. Hope you're well. Taylor Sid in the building. Man, we got it, dude. Trump is getting inaugurated into office today.
Not the only thing he's doing.
He's also launching meme coins. Bitcoin like hit an all-time high.
Yep.
108K. I think it wicked above like its previous all-time high. We got so many gaming updates. I can't even fathom, dude. Like
I think you had like 24 or something like that. We're gonna speed past them, try to get the highlights and everything like that, and still end in a quality time to be able to talk to Spark. But yeah, something just came up for him and some of his family, so we're gonna try to get to him. He's trying to quell that, and then we'll get right to it though.
Yeah. I mean, between Anime Coin coming this week, Elon Musk versus like Asmongold, like you know the quote, like, you know, sometimes like history happens in years, like decades happen, like weeks happen in decades and decades happen in weeks or something like that. It feels like this past week was like a decade of history. I mean, it's just been insane.
Is it a sign for things to come though? I don't know. It definitely was a sign for Melania Trump also launching a meme token as well, man. Is Baron neck is the question, you know?
Dude, I'm buying Baron, man. I bought Trump. I bought Melania. I'm buying Baron. Not financial advice, of course. And full disclosure, I'm basically out of both of those trades.
Yeah.
I made a little bit of profit. See profit, take profit. There's got some extra guacamole on my burrito this week.
Extra guac on the Chipotle, brother.
All right, guys, we have a super fun show planned. So go ahead and hit that like button, or Sovereign is gonna fudge you.
Yes.
Add some liquidity. If you're watching on YouTube, helps the show get out there. We really appreciate it. Let's thank the partners that make this show possible, starting with the hoodie that you're wearing, sir. OpenSea. Guys, I scooped a whole bunch of Sugartown NFTs over the weekend. Again, not financial advice. I tweeted out my thesis. We'll talk about them potentially coming to Abstract. I think that's going to be really big. And when I saw that, I went straight to OpenSea. I bought a few auras. I think that they were underpriced. Azukis have been going wild, kind of fluctuating all over the place. But OpenSea is the largest, most trusted marketplace in the world. So if you are a seasoned collector or just getting started, make sure you go to OpenSea to scope out some of those digital art, some of those gaming NFTs. Shout out to Dunk, Loop on Chain. He had a super successful Dunk launch. That was featured on the homepage of OpenSea. You guys already know why we love OpenSea. All you have to do is go to the OpenSea Twitter and scroll and see their love and support for Web3 gaming. Streaming off the grid, streaming Forgotten Rooneyverse. You see all over the timeline. I don't know if like an org has gone harder for Web3 gaming that's not, like a
strictly
chain, right?
and yeah, doing publishing, yeah, by far, it is. And also just comes from like Oliver's, background too, right? Getting into like podcasting, getting into some of this streaming and everything like that. He like loves TwitchCon, so he definitely understood like the assignment whenever it came to streaming these games.
Yeah. And of course, with OpenSea 2 right around the corner, we're all waiting with bated breath for
Oh
what
yeah.
that's going to be. We've heard, the dashboard, like what people are being able to do on that and use it. I mean, Crypto Gorilla said it was like,
Yeah.
one of his favorite products ever, and he's in love with it.
He says he
So
uses it every day.
yeah,
Can't wait for it.
yeah. So, listen, NFT season is back. We're running the Cycle Back Turbo, and OpenSea is probably going to be printing on them fees. Let's be honest. But we also
100%.
got to thank Zai, the world's first layer 3 solution for AAA gaming, powered by Off-Chain Labs' Arbitrum technology. Obviously, they've been cooking with all of their games. Planet X. Play Planet X is like live for holders. They're running some play tests. I haven't jumped in there yet. I should be jumping in
We
there
will though.
soon. They're
100% we
now
will.
they're now officially minting directly from the mobile game to Zai Games blockchain. So like their data is on chain. You absolutely love to see it. This is, guys, you've heard me talk about it before. I'm a huge COD mobile guy. So Play Planet X is one of the games that I am super excited about. I'm going to be jumping in there like it was Off the Grid or, like it's Marvel Rivals. Like I'm going to be playing all the time. So they are absolutely crushing. There was another game too. Zai, if we go to the Zai Twitter account, they partnered with a game. There's a new game launching on them, Spot Zero, I think it is, and they airdropped 12 mystery boxes to Sentry Key holders. So of course their tiny Sentry Key is still live. Oh man, those posts are still protected on your end. I think I've got
good.
I might be here. Let me I can share this and throw that
be
up
allowed.
there. Yeah, I might have the VPN on. If you have not gotten a Zai Sentry Key yet, you can pick one of those up. And they're going to get access to all of the airdrops that the games are coming on board. It is your Zai Gaming Battle Pass. And Spot Zero, I haven't done a deep dive yet, but it looks pretty cool. So check that one out. You got some mystery boxes waiting for you if you're a Sentry Key holder. But with that said, so yeah, thank you, OpenSea. Thank you, Zai. But with that said, we got to talk about these markets, man. We got to talk about this past weekend.
Nuts, brother.
I don't even know, man. Like just in the span of the past few days, Peyton, Trump launched a meme coin. Melania launched a meme coin. TikTok was banned and then it was unbanned. Moonshot became the #1 downloaded app. Phantom Wallet raised $150 million. I think they're valued at like $3 billion. We might get a Phantom token before we get like a MetaMask token, which is insane. Vitalik changed his PFP to a Milady, and I think Ethereum is still down, which is crazy. Coinbase, I don't know if you saw this, Coinbase launched Bitcoin loans for US users. Like you can take out a loan against your Bitcoin on Coinbase. Like the world is just going insane
through a simulation, brother.
Like the simulation is insane. Cuba, apparently, I haven't looked into this yet, but apparently Cuba over the night launched a meme coin and maybe have rugged it already. Like I have no idea.
Trying to pay off their debts, brother.
What's going? I mean, we got Camel banning Cuba from Sugartown. What is happening, Peyton?
Dude, Camel just understands the assignment too, man. I freaking love it.
What is going on? Shout out to YP, shout out to Blue Sama, shout out to Kearney, Soulforge Fusion in the chat. We love to see you guys. Winter Fire in the chat. I mean, thank goodness we've got Wolves DAO, we've got Creator Masterminds Weekly. Thank goodness we have Ready Up, and thank goodness I have you, Peyton, because if I didn't have like an anchor like keeping me sane, I don't know how to make sense of anything. The world is upside down. I'm tired, and Trump's like about to be in office in 5 minutes. So
yep. Dude, it's so crazy. Like literally the aspect of just this weekend, I was with my family and everything like that. But like, whenever you're with your family, but you just sense some things that go on whenever you check your phone now and then. Literally, it was just popping off. Like I saw Wolves Discord have like literally like 15 people inside voice
Yeah.
chat. I was just like, gosh, geez, like what's going on there? Like people are DMing me saying like, hey, something just dropped, which I appreciate every single one of them. I have like maybe like 20 DMs of saying the same thing. Like, you know, it's just honestly just absolutely nuts. Which yeah, if you're in the market right now, you're having a good time. Absolutely, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, all right. So Bitcoin is pulled back to about 105K now, down 2% on the hour, up 14% on the week. Like we said, it just was flirting with all-time highs as, you know, people are getting excited and speculating on, you know, positive crypto news and mentions during Trump's inauguration. You know, will we get news of a Bitcoin strategic reserve? He was also talking about a crypto, making crypto a national priority and like prioritizing American-made crypto coins. And
Yes.
what's more American than a Trump meme coin now? It's wild. Ethereum, hey, up 10% on the week.
Amazing.
But still, like, if you've seen the timeline, everyone's just so bearish on Ethereum. Like, Ethereum FUD might be all-time high, which might be the
It
sign
might be
that
the
it's like
time.
could
It
be
might be
the
the time.
bottom, but like who
Or it might
knows,
just
right?
be like every single day it has been in the last cycle, which is just down only, man. Or not down
Yeah.
only, just do something, right? Do something.
Do something. Avalanche up 8%, Immutable up 3%. Let's see, Axie, Polygon, no big move. Let's look at the biggest mover on the week for the gaming tokens. Rainy, which is like an old, you know, that's their old contract, I believe,
Right.
up 800%. So you can't really
Soul
trust that one.
Forge.
Soul Forge Fusion, who is in the chat right now, up 45% on the week. Still only a $10 million market cap, of course. 176 FDV, but maybe
Let's
one to
go.
look at. All-time highs for Soulforge. Congratulations to them.
Soul Forge team.
This is a TCG made by the maker of Magic the Gathering, and more announcements coming soon on Gaming Daily. Solana at 253. I think Solana smashed through all-time highs. That's one of the things that happened. It hit like 277. Insane. DeFi Kingdoms, you love to see, up 18% on the week. Playable Saga up 18%. Warp Games, Cetify, big one, up 15%. Let's look at the top losers on the gaming tracker for the week. Average Saga down 51% after their massive run up, so maybe surprise there. Lords, I mean, they're still doing fantastic. Lords down 28%. Imaginary Ones Bubble down 25%. I haven't heard anything about them since their token launch. I don't even know why I have them on my tracker still. Crown by Third Time Games. That's the photo finish game, down 23%. NRN down 22%. Cross the Ages down 18%. Games down 16%. I don't know, man. I mean,
shave, man. Liquidity rotating back up to Bitcoin, watching that leg up, probably steady it out back to altcoins. It goes, man.
The thing
Meme
was
coins.
like,
Liquidity just got sucked.
yeah, I mean, Trump and Melania just sucked all the liquidity out of the markets. I mean, it ran to, we're going to talk about it more. We're going to do a whole deep dive with Spark, but like it ran to an all-time high of 77 billion.
Yeah, it's
insane.
honestly freaking insane, dude. Honestly insane. Going over to like some of the NFT stuff.
Yeah, let's look at
going
NFTs.
in.
How are they doing?
Yeah, NFTs, you know, they've everything that's been like kind of speculative going to abstract has been doing fairly well. Everything else, like other than like, you know, God Vaults and the typical specific ones, Overworld and Karna dip back below their mint price, which is never good. And so Good Luck Have Funners, which is also speculating to go to abstract, has mooned, and also good for them, man. Dith and everything like that they've been doing is fantastic. And yeah, Sugartown Auras, they had a little bit of bump too. Thanks to Icy. That's Icy's liquidity for you there. And so
floor.
Yeah, absolutely, doing really well in terms of Play MB. Also had a cool down a little bit from their abstract announcement as well, but still doing very well. They were at like, that was like a 2x 3x from what they were a couple weeks ago. So NFTs looking good, man. Looking strong. And if you kind of been tracking the markets for NFTs, you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm looking at my little tracker here. I've got today Ancient Seed up 28%. Let me zoom in on that for you guys. 28% on today, up to 1.15 ETH. I think they had like an all-time high of like 1.5, something like that. So congrats to them. CryptoPunks up 6. Congrats to Easy Eats, by the way. He purchased a CryptoPunk over the weekend.
Yeah, he said that it leads Ethereum.
Yeah. We are seeing some red. Infinigod's pulling back as Valhalla, the road to Valhalla comes to an end.
Right.
So maybe people are done
Just
speculating on
taking their
that. But
stuff. Yeah.
still, 0.3 ETH. I mean, we can talk to Spark about this because he was calling this, when they were like 0.05 or something like
Yep.
this. I mean, Infinigods have done so incredibly well. Azuki's down. Wait, oh, these are the elementals down 27%. Pudgy's down 22%. Azuki is pulling back 17% to 10 ETH. So we're not seeing too much of an Azuki run up like we did leading into their TGE
Right.
with Anime Coin, like we did with Pudgy. Might have been priced in. Actually, Gorilla had a really good breakdown on why he thinks that is.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in any of the NFT stuff, Crypto Gorilla is by far the
destination you need to go.
Yeah, the best alpha caller in the space for that. Good morning, VGF. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Should we just rip these gaming updates, bro?
Yeah, let's rip them, man, and then let's talk about them because like there's a crap stuff to talk about. Like if it wasn't just enough for culture, if it wasn't enough for like the markets just freaking ripping and liquidity getting sucked out, there's a crap ton of gaming updates. And I think that's like just everything, man. It literally Abstract kind of coming in and really leading the charge for like a lot of these games, kind of giving some speculation to like on-chain gaming and a whole bunch of like new eyes, in my opinion. I think what Abstract has done is like, even though there might be like old people within the space, I think a lot of people have just kind of forgotten about gaming when it comes to like Web3 gaming and stuff. And they kind of came back. I talked to Mortz last week and he was like, dude, there's a lot of things happening in gaming. It's like, yeah, and it's a lot of these builders that have just been building for a long time. And we might not have our time in the sun for too long, or it might not go as high as it is. But I do have like a lot of faith with these founders and these builders that will keep on building because they've been building for a long time, man. So I'm going to drop down. You can rip those gaming updates, dude. Like freaking, I think there's 23 updates. So good luck, my friend.
We're going to try and speed run through all of these. First up, guys, huge gamer news. We got the Nintendo Switch 2. This trailer was awesome, man. I saw Not call it like one of the best product videos of all time. If you have not watched this, I highly recommend giving it a watch. It's bigger, stronger, faster, better than ever. I don't own a Switch, but now I think I'm going to have to pick one up, man. This thing looks super sick. Next up, man, one of the bigger ones, Anime Coin. Anime Coin is coming live on January 23rd. Of course, over 50% of the supply is going to the community. So hopefully Azuki holders will eat well on that. And last night, the anime blueprint leaked online ahead of this. There was a good breakdown. People are doing breakdowns. People are analyzing this right now. This is their whole kind of roadmap, white paper of what they're going to be doing with the anime coin. We had big news out of Virtuals last week. So they tweeted out about their value accrual system. 30% of fees are going to the agent creators. Shout out to YP, Agent YP, all the AI agents out there. 20% for agent affiliates, with 50% to the subDAO for future governance. This is like a really strong flywheel. They're putting money back into the ecosystem, which is just pretty bullish. They announced like a $45 million buyback and burn. They burned nearly 13 million virtuals for their AI agent projects last week. It's pretty crazy, but awesome to see. We also saw Ronin introducing a $10 million ecosystem grant program. This is for builders and developers who are coming to Ronin. You can apply for a grant now as they're heading into, open Ronin, right? DeFi, meme coins, more people building. They got grants available, maybe for some games as well. Huge news. Sonium. Guys, the Sonium LiveNet launched last week. It is live now. You can interact the blockchain from Sony Labs. I mean, they were posting about it. Pretty crazy. They did face a little bit of backlash immediately. There was concerns over them blacklisting certain meme coins on day one, some IP infringement. But actually, it even drew comments from Vitalik, because he was saying, listen, these corporate blockchains, like this is what Ethereum's meant to do. Like, people can have their own blockchain and they can set their own rules. And if they want to be more censored, like, they have the freedom to do that. And we as consumers don't have to use that chain. But like, a corporation can have their blockchain and do what they want to do, which is really interesting. It will be cool to see how this continues to develop. I'm a little torn on it. Like, I'm bullish on Sony doing blockchain, but like, Are they going to do it well? Well, remains to be seen. But let me know what you guys think. Shout out Mr. Forbet in the chat. Love you, brother. We also saw Ghost and his AI agent project DTR-XBT go live last week. It did hit a high of $30 million FDV. It's currently sitting around 16.5 million. And they are testing out the bot. This was a big stir. A lot of big names involved in that. There's also this really cool report from Matthew Ball on the state of video gaming in 2025. There's like 220 slides. It's all, data analytics backed, really cool takeaways there. Like 30% of all playtime being owned by like 5 gaming IPs on PC. And then on console, it was even higher. It was like 43%. So like basically, it's like Fortnite and Call of Duty, like taking up all the time. But some really good insights if you're a builder or founder. Matt Dyan, shout out to Matt, did a breakdown in 35 tweets. So I highly recommend skimming through that. There's really good takeaways if you're working in the gaming industry. We had Elon Musk and Asmongold. Like in a normal world, this would be like the biggest story of last week. This is like a footnote in last week, which is just insane. But yeah, they're continuing to beef with Asmongold calling out Elon Musk for not playing on his accounts and having like other people play or using, exploits. And then Elon Musk leaking DMs and calling Asmongold not a good gamer and saying that, he has a boss and his editors tell him what to do. It's a whole saga. It's kind of childish. I did see a take where someone reached out to Elon Musk, like a friend, and got some insights. And Elon was saying like, listen, if you want to compete at that highest level, like you need people playing the accounts. Like it's maybe not such a frowned upon thing. It at least is like the argument and the perspective. So I don't know if you guys are, following that. I'd be curious what you think. Like I saw other people saying like, I don't feel like I can trust Elon Musk now because he's lying about being like a god tier gamer. So like, why would he lie about that? That's so weird. It's a whole thing. That could be a whole deep dive. But we're moving on. We had Off the Grid launch their new content pack. Scump has an official skin in Off the Grid. It's his first gaming skin ever. So congratulations to him, but like shout out to Off the Grid for making that possible. Like, Call of Duty, like what are you doing? And other games, like what are you doing? So the skin is amazing. Like look at it. It's beautiful. If you have OTG Pro, you can go claim that skin now and you can play as Scump. Congratulations. We're going to speed through the rest of these. Cambria, they play tested over last week. 1,000 players spent over $1 million in total, averaging $1,000 per player. So whatever Cambria is doing, boy, are they printing. And there's a lot of excitement coming for Cambria. Honestly, I'm like feeling like it's just time to pay more attention to Cambria and get back in there. Farcade, our guy Charlie Blackstock reported having over 250,000 users on the Farcade AI once it went live. More than 1.5 million total games played in its first month. Congratulations, Charlie. We love you. If you've not checked out Farcade yet, you absolutely need to go do so. Like we teased earlier, Sugartown is kind of teasing a move to Abstract. Camel's been bull posting a whole bunch. The Sugartown account tweeted out the Abstract little like logo, and then Abstract ecosystem commented. So I don't know if it's like an official launch on Abstract or if it's just like a collaboration and they're doing something. It seems like we might get an announcement either today or later this week, but I posted about like, I think that's pretty bullish for them and exciting. If they lead into this could be another project like that follows the Pudgy Penguins Azuki playbook where they, they don't have a token out and maybe there will be a token at some point and NFT holders could eat from that. Not financial advice, pure speculation. Moving on, Pixels Online is also crushing it from the revenue sense. They drove over nearly $2 million over the last 30 days, doing more revenue than AVAX, Helium, Blast, and Synthetics combined, and twice that of Ton. Like, what is going on in Pixels? Like, we need to have Luke on and we need to talk about this. Play to earn might be sustainable. Like they might be onto something. So shout out to them. They're crushing it. You love to see it. Oh boy, final nail in the coffin for Artifact, man. So this leaked online ahead of time, but then it was finally confirmed. Their monolith, like, last quest was revealed, and it's basically like a voucher to buy these shoes. These very like futuristic, retro Kanye Yeezy Boost wild moon boot shoes for $250. I don't know. Are you guys buying these? The red ones are kind of cool. The red ones are kind of sick. I don't know about the rest of those. Artifact kind of going out sad, in my personal opinion. Community Gaming, they got their TGE coming up on the 28th. This is CGX and the team over there. And of course, they're doing something with Ronin, and they got their prediction markets coming. So really exciting stuff there. Hive Labs raised $2.75 million in pre-seed funding. They're going to be building a bunch for games. It's like infrastructure for games. This is from Lucas Folks, who is the former co-founder and CTO or head of product rather at Helica Analytics. So pretty cool development there. Proof of Play processing over 500 million transactions across both of their gaming chains, Apex and Boss. Like, Proof of Play is just crushing it. They also have this partnership with Gigaverse, and they're playing nice with Abstract. So it's really cool to see. You know what else is cool to see? Echelon Foundation announcing $3 million in prizes going to the Parallel Prime League over season 2 and season 3. So if you guys have been following, Prime League is ending in March with the championships in Las Vegas. With I think the season 1 had 500,000 in their prize pool. Peyton and I have covered it on Ready Up earlier this year, so that's coming to an end. In season 2 and season 3, we'll see over $3 million in prizes, which is really, really exciting. Super bullish for Prime, Parallel, the TCG, and that whole ecosystem. We had Nifty Island making moves, man. They presented their AI agent playground. So they want to enable it so that all AI agents can live and play and exist inside of Nifty Island and make the integration super, super smooth. They're working with Virtuals. They're working with Sovereign. They're working with Ready Gamer. There's a bunch of cool stuff happening there. That's been my only complaint with Nifty Island. Like, you go in and it feels like a little empty. It'd be cool to see Agent YP or Agent Sploots or AIXBT or Vader inside of Nifty Island. And then, like, I don't know, imagine like playing a game with Vader and then getting like some trade ideas or some investments. I don't know, that could be fun. I'm looking forward to see how that goes. The Road to Valhalla campaign ended. The long road to Valhalla. And we are gearing up for the God token. I feel like any day now. I feel like they're teasing it, and it could happen very, very soon. Grail ended up getting first place. No surprise there. He's going to absolutely cook. But I know a whole bunch of people were high on the leaderboards. God is a ticker, and yeah, super bullish and super excited to see how that goes. Rooting for Brian DeSanto and Finnegods, King of Destiny, that whole crew. Gigaverse announced that they're launching on Abstract Chain, but they will be powered by Proof of Play's on-chain infrastructure. I teased that a little bit earlier. Super cool. I haven't done a deep dive yet, to be honest, guys. I know people are getting like whitelists. I might have one or two. So yeah, they're going around. I think Sam was giving some away on Gamified. So if you haven't gotten one yet, tune into Simplified or Gamified. You might have a chance. We got Rumble Kong League migrating to Ronin. I just imagine Peyton like behind stage, like switching the tabs and just laughing at me, being like, all right, I see when time's up. Rumble Kong League's coming to Ronin. Pretty big news. And Ronin's like doubling the rewards for players. So if you're a Ronin gamer or Rumble Kong player, definitely be sure to take advantage of that. What do you guys think about Rumble Kong on Ronin? Not their normal kind of game genre, but you love to see it. I don't know. And last but not least, man, we had Tibia. Tibia is a 28-year-old Web 2 MMORPG, and they're integrating their own crypto token into the game, which is super, super cool. We have got like old school games adding crypto. I love this news. We covered it in Gaming Daily, did a little bit of a deep dive. Shout out to AI Manspreads, does a whole thread there. What I liked about it is that they're not forcing it on you. Like, It's an option. You can choose to use it if you want, but it's not like impacting the game or gameplay or development. It's just like a feature that is an option if you want it, which I think is the right way to do it. Basically, they have an in-game currency, and you can just basically swap that in-game currency for their crypto token. And they said in their post, like, one of the reasons they're doing it is to allow people to transact outside of the game in a legal way, which I think is really compelling and interesting. Like, I don't know if, blockchain is like an unlock for traditional gaming to be able to do stuff like that because they have the payment rails and they don't have to do it themselves. That's it for the gaming updates, guys. Woo! My goodness. And there was like 30 that we could have like put in there,
dude. I could have just sat back down there and I wasn't shaking my head. I was smiling and loving every second of it. I just got word from Spark that he's still dealing with some family stuff. So hopefully everything
is cool, man. Hey, like, all right, we're putting you on the hot seat, Peyton. Yeah, I want to hear
it's all good. I'm hoping he's saying that he's hoping that he can still make some minutes, but sorry guys, I know people that are coming in to watch Spark. Unfortunately, family first. Not unfortunately, family first always. So
yeah,
but yeah, dude. Freaking well done. Can we get some W's in the chat from Icy, dude? He literally recapped that. That was 20. It was 23 or 27. I forget what, but like every single thing that you did. Yeah. Gabs, thank you for the recap, Icy. Big W for Icy. Yeah, dude. Absolutely crushing it. We also have one trailer, so you could take a break off of that, man.
Yeah,
how do you feel, brother?
I feel great, man. No, I mean, we're doing a lot of this in the gaming daily recaps now. So like I'm abreast of a lot of this information, if you will. And that's why we're doing the gaming daily recaps, man, because so much is happening in the space. I mean, the bull run is on like Donkey Kong, and just have to recap it on a daily basis.
If you guys are not following Gaming Daily, add some liquidity to that follower button. 10K or nothing, brother. 10K or above. Honestly, absolutely just crushing everything that you guys are doing. He does these daily videos, and a lot of things are going to be coming out here soon, but my boy is cooking, and I couldn't be more proud of him. Honestly, just amazing. And look at this freaking logo, this controller. I think whenever I looked at it, I was just like, dude, that's freaking amazing.
That is Allow-verse design. Yeah, we got the Wolf SBT there. Shout out to Lau.
Yeah,
the brand design. I had I asked Lau to like reskin it nice. To get the icy blue in there. And of course, the brand designer for Wolves DAO. So we had to keep it in the fam. I was super honored to do that. Appreciate you, Payne. I love you. But listen, I'm not the only one cooking out here. You had 50 calls last week.
I got something coming, brother.
You have been activated and energized. I don't think we can talk about it, but
no, we can't talk about it. But I'll give you a little bit of stuff, man. Something that's stuff that I've been like really interested in doing is actually becoming like a founder and a builder, right? I think I've expressed that a lot on the timeline. I've worked for builders in the last like 3 years or so. And this is my strike, and I think this is me going out there and pitching people on what I'm building and people liking it. I think out of the 49 meetings, 47 has said yes for pre-sale. So a lot of soft commits on that side of things. And so it should be coming up here soon, y'all. For sure, a lot of the Wolves know already. Actually, yeah, if you guys are Wolves, it's in the announcements, but
Wolves are always first, baby.
Definitely the Ready Up crew are going to get taken care of. We'll figure out how to do and collect wallet addresses, of course. But yeah, man, you guys have helped me throughout 2024. We'll definitely take care of the fam. But enough of that. We got trailers. Everyone knows the rules.
Yeah,
everyone knows the rules.
We got a banger too. I watched it beforehand. So this is 77-bit. We've talked about 77-bit on the show. We are early to cover it when they started making news again.
Yeah.
Full disclaimer, there might be like a little bit of controversy because from like the last cycle, I don't really know the story.
There was a little bit of controversy. So like I think they were kind of like known as a rug and all that stuff. I think they went silent for a long time. And it might have been one of those cases that they went silent, thought that they would maybe go Web 2. So they just kind of got some leaks out and all that stuff. And then now they're back because of opportunity. There's a lot of people like that. So I'm not really holding it against them. I've thought about flirting the line, going back to Web 2 in the depths of the bear. It was like, man,
I might have applied to a job or two.
I might have applied to some Fortune 500s. I don't know. And so, yeah, it's just making sure that is that's known. And yeah, I think that's a really good disclosure. We don't know what it is. Everything I just said is just more of assumptions. It's not what the team has said or any of that stuff.
I have liked their rollout. Ever since they announced what they were coming back and doing, we've covered some of their teasers before. I actually met some of the team at YGG Play Summit, and Sam and I actually got to test out the game, and it felt really good. It was really cool. Really clean. So this is not, as far as I can tell so far, like a fly-by-night thing. And what I'm seeing looks great and sick. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
The trailer looks really good. I'll let you guys.
Well, let's watch it.
Let's judge it.
One watch. Everyone knows the rules. AI must fall. I love it.
Strong together. Shall we begin your trip?
This way, darling. Memories are always worth saving to the cloud.
There's so many different game genres here. What is going on?
Yeah, I think there's so many games in MMORPG.
$77-bit.
Dude, yeah, I know. That's a good trailer, man.
Well, yeah,
a lot of it's pretty much all straight gameplay, which actually would be proud. Unfortunately, this time is terrible for his kids and stuff like that. He has to get things done. But AE saying 9 out of 10, and Riley KE saying 9 out of 10 as well. And KE saying, "Hey, you're copying me." Okay, I will play this game, and everyone knows the 8.0 is the thing that breaches me over. So I'm gonna go straight 8.0. I want to see how it plays and everything, but all the genres and all that stuff. I'm wondering how that all compiles. I think storytelling would be probably a little bit better if they, like you said, sometimes it's a little scary because you're like, oh, that's a lot of different types of game types. I'm guessing it's just like mini games in like the MMORPG world. But yeah, it was like deck sliding and a whole bunch of like platforming and all that stuff. It's like, oh, what game is this? But it had a through line of the MMORPG experience.
Yeah. So, man, Winterfire, right? Like you're reading my mind, man. I think I'm at an 8.2 as well. So I know that. I think I talked to the team and they basically said like the lore behind the game is like you're kind of like time traveling and there's like a multiverse or like virtual reality kind of aspect to the lore and like the world. So that's how they justify like jumping from genre to genre and like the mini games thing and like integrating it in so that it makes sense, which I thought was really, really cool. Of course, like the retro, excuse me, cyberpunk vibes, like VGF said, like do it for me as well. So yeah, I want to play the game. It looks sick. I pray that they've got like a really good Fatui and like welcome you into the game and the world and like maybe take you through, the first quests and like get you into the game so that you can and don't overwhelm you with like way too much stuff,
My hot take, it's going to be a pretty closed system. I think it's going to be not the whole world. I think it's going to be like, hey, this is probably the little sandbox, which is like kind of like the little area that you can play, you can grind and all that stuff. But then they'll probably do future expansions as they come into them. I'm guessing because I think a lot of the same scenes were played, unless they like are waiting for like a big release, right? For it. But yeah, man. It's a good trailer though. I very much enjoy it. One thing that we were gonna do with Spark, and officially got word that he's not gonna be able to make it. But one thing that we were gonna do with Spark was really just talk about like the markets and where you think you were. And I know you had like some materials and all that stuff asking about what kind of stage we're in, and would love to kind of get your take, and then I can discuss on top of it.
Yeah. So Peyton and I are both in the hot seat, but
I think your mic maybe went out. 1 second, guys.
am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back, buddy.
Apologies. Yeah, my mic is sensitive. So we're going to talk to Spark about general markets and kind of where we're at, and kind of recap the Trump and Melania saga over the weekend. I was locked in on that, so I can speak to it a little bit. But I think a good place to start, like, I wanted to, Easy Eats had a really good tweet the other day. He was saying like, where are we in the market cycle?
Right.
And originally he said that he felt like we were in the 4th inning. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah, please.
Because a really good conversation then ensued in the comments. So hold on, let me do this. So originally he was saying like, I thought we were late cycle, 7th inning or so, which like is scary. Like, oh, I hope that we're not in the 7th inning.
Right.
And then he said like, maybe I'm mid curving it. So like, how far into the cycle are we and why? 69,000 views, 181 comments. He went on to say, I want to say 4th inning now, just shy of halfway. Give me late 2025 as the top. He's like, with a pro crypto president and administration, not even taking office yet. This was before the Trump meme coin.
Right.
With 4th inning, originally, I think I commented like that feels about right. Like, it doesn't feel like we are in the 1st or 2nd inning. Like, it feels like we're well 100%. Into kind of the bull run.
You can't be in the 1st inning with a BTC all-time high, right? There's no way.
That's how it feels, right? And then he had this tweet. Let me pull this one up, because then the Trump coin launched. Let's see. Let me share this tab. He said that yesterday I thought we were in the 4th or 5th inning. I woke up today and accepted that we just finished the national anthem, which was some of the comments below. Donald Trump just printed 7 to 8 figures for trench warriors. The Trump coin onboarded hundreds of thousands of people with Moonshot last night. Crypto taxes might become minuscule in the US because the president's not going to pay 40% on $20 billion. I don't know. That's going to be a whole thing to unpack. Right. I don't know how that gets
IRS
resolved.
Is 2026, right? So
yeah,
we'll see.
The legislation and regulation that's going to come to the United States is the most positive way. Is not even remotely priced in. So that's really interesting. Like, I mean, like you said, man, I don't think with Bitcoin all-time high and like Trump launching meme coins, like I don't think we can be in the 1st inning. Like, it still feels like 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Yeah, I think so too. I think like when it comes to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, I think it's still fairly early, just for the fact that there is a lot of retail that needs to come in to be able to like really get into the mania phase. In my opinion, I think Wesley also had a contrarian opinion up on his stuff, saying like, hey, would be cool with all the meme coin action if like, the whole Trump like stuff like had like users in crypto or outside of users in crypto, but like really a lot of it was, again, like musical chairs and PvP, right? So when it comes to that aspect of things, it's like trying to figure out like all that stuff. And you saw it too with the liquidity of all of the current tokens and market. Everything got sucked into Trump. So like Wesley's specific take on it is like, hey, this is one of the things of liquidity is actually probably from people that are currently in the space, not people from that outside of the space, right? And so I think when it comes to like Mania and all that stuff is really whenever that outside of the space really comes in and like sits into retail. And that could be through a variety of ways, right? Like there's a lot of different types of huge like catalysts coming in. One of them is our sponsor of OpenSea, right? OpenSea is a big name. It's very trusted in the whole NFT space outside of crypto, right? So when it comes to that aspect of things is like, hey, V2 is out. There's a whole bunch of tokens that are going to be airdropped. Hey, some people that have been trading from 2021, come on back, like, get the claim. type of thing. Again, I don't know if there is going to be a token, but like that's a lot of the Cayman Islands and all that stuff. That's what they're kind of setting up for, at least what it looks like from the foundation side of things. And so there's a lot of those things. Abstracts coming. The UI and UX looks really, really good. It's seems like very good, like abstraction layers for it. So I think there's a lot of like things coming in to like the later innings. I still think that we're kind of in the beginning innings right now, but we're not in inning one, right? I don't think it's national anthem on that side of things, just for the fact that like BTC is at an all-time high. So I don't feel like we can do that.
Yeah, so to kind of piggyback on that, Zeneca had this post today, which I liked. He said 2021 was an absolute fever dream, total mania. You had celebrities joining and the entire space cheering and going wild, and there was crime and speculation all over the place. This is shaping up to be that times 100, because instead of singers and basketball players, we have presidents and nation states, literally Cuba doing whatever they did. Trump is like getting inaugurated as we speak. And,
right.
Zeneca says to strap in, it's going to be an insane few months. But I want to pull up this chart, Peyton. Let me share this. So I think that this is shout out to Pix on Chain. He commented back to Easy saying like, highlighting that we're in the first sell-off bear trap. I don't know if I agree with that. I originally commented, I think we're in enthusiasm entering into greed. My comments over there. And I mean, like with the Trump stuff and everything that's happening, like we might be heading into delusion a little bit. And you know, it's a new paradigm, and we're not going to pay taxes on crypto, the IRS, all this stuff. It's like, you know, these, you know, if you're a first-time cycler, you know, this is my third cycle, and this just like reminds me of like a lot of the things that were happening last cycle, you know, in the NFT spaces, and oh man, everything's going to be on chain, and you know, Justin Bieber is buying a CryptoPunk and Bored Apes, and you know, Elon was on SNL talking about Doge. It's like that's where the delusion, the paradigm, like this feels fourth, fifth inning for me, but at the same time, I do see the argument that like things just go so crazy.
Yeah. I think there's also one thing to note, and this is what Wolves struggle with a lot, is that we're surrounded by people that are smarter, right? Like in terms of like stuff. And so when it comes to like, I think you might be right, but it's also the length of time in which that like those happen, right? Like how long is the greed and delusion cycle in terms of this stuff? Is there like an opportunity for you to be able to play a lot longer to be able to make money, right? That's when it comes down to it. Or like, is it just that we know Easy, we know a whole bunch of other people, and we've chosen to like surround ourselves with people and read things on the feed that are like from Easy, from Zeneca, from all that specific stuff. But a lot of the outside retail actually doesn't believe like where we're at right now. You know what I mean? They don't even probably know about crypto.
Right.
That's kind of like what I'm looking at, is that like, okay, what does the sensor tower look like for Coinbase downloads of apps? How many people have downloaded Phantom app in like the last like specific hour or so? If it's a lot, then there's a lot of people newly onboarded. But if it's not, then it's just like we haven't really gotten to the mass retail sector yet. I want to see the amount of new inbounds for Coinbase accounts and all that stuff, and those come out with quarterly reports, right? And so we'll really see what happens. So I don't know.
We definitely need a little bit of data, right? But I think like, you know, the media attention for me was like, you know, Bitcoin all-time highs, you know, Trump getting elected.
Do you think we're at a media attention higher than we did last cycle though? Like, I don't feel like we're there, in my opinion. Like, I felt like BTC was like literally the talk of the town. FTX, like literally, you know, this is different from the last cycle, like type of one. I haven't seen that yet, in my opinion. I don't think anybody is saying right now, oh, this time it's different. I think it's definitely more of like, hey, like kind of that media attention, in my opinion. Like we're starting to get more, like this big one was like from Trump. But like, do you think that there's more media attention now than there was last cycle?
I don't see us at peak media attention, peak mania, right? And you know, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, and like it does feel like we are starting to see that. So regardless, we're somewhere on this scale, and for everyone, you know, kind of gauge where you feel like we're at.
Both of us agree we're not in the first inning.
listen, I hope that we're going, a lot higher, right? Let's get 250K Bitcoin. Let's get alt season. Let's get our gaming tokens to pump. I'm trying to make it this cycle for sure. 100%. But this chart makes me scared because I'm like, oh man, if we are getting into the delusion area, like if it is a new paradigm type. But Zeneca actually spoke to it really well. I want to pull this up.
Yeah.
So when the Trump meme coin launched, people were talking about like, is this like the other deeds mint? Because people were just rushing to get into the token, paying exorbitant fees, massive slippage, 30, 40, 50%. They wanted exposure by any means necessary. And there's some really good quotes that I pulled out here. So Zeneca says, 2022 was a different macro environment. We had a ton of black swan events all happen in a very short period, right? You had the Luna collapse. We had Russia-Ukraine war, FTX, Celsius. Like, while black swans can't be ruled out, it does seem like a lot of the past baggage and overhang
PTSD
has
for sure
diminished. There's another quote here. Let me say number 5, the regulatory environment was different. You had actively the US government and banks coming after crypto companies and builders. There was a lot of fear and uncertainty over what the future would hold. Love or hate this new regulatory environment. Seems like it is open season for crypto and anything goes, which, for better or worse, we'll see. Number 6, we do still have nation states legitimately talking about setting up, strategic Bitcoin reserves, buying crypto. That's not an insignificant difference.
Yeah.
Of course, we have the ETFs this time. Man. We've got the ETF inflows. We're still in a post-halving year. And he says, I don't think the 4-year cycles continue forever, but this cycle is still playing out like pretty similar to the previous cycles, which people were doing the time frame from like, the halvening to like when the cycle ended afterwards.
Right.
And I think that we're, approaching that bar as well. Still some ways to go, but he says, he closes it out with, it's definitely possible that we get a series of unfortunate events over the next few weeks and look back with hindsight and go, yeah, that was obviously the top. Like that, this is a possibility, right? It's possible that like Bitcoin 108K and Trump launching a meme coin, like could be the top. We get a black swan event, right? We have some black, like crazy. My fear, Peyton, is like, the government comes out and is like, Trump, what are you doing? You can't do that. That's illegal. And they crack down on crypto harder than they've ever done, because of these meme coins. Like, to me, that would be a black swan that like, oh crap. Like maybe we have to deal with the fallout of this just being incredibly irresponsible and a bad look. And like, what is happening? Maybe presidents can't just, because if Trump can launch a meme coin, anybody can launch a meme coin.
Right.
Like
100%. I think
we can all have tokens.
Prideful though, to be honest, like for somebody to come in and say, hey, like, you can't do that. Trump's just gonna be like, okay, well, watch me do V2. Like there's just like, I don't know. We've also seen that in the last where the people around him start leaving just for the fact that like they don't agree with what he's doing. So we'll see. I don't know if I would go that far, but I'm not ruling it out either. Winterfire is saying, to be honest, I wouldn't rule out black swan events with Trump in charge over the next 4 years. Yeah, 100%. I think he's going to definitely play a lot of hardball, but I also think that people are like underestimating that he has been thinking for the last 4 years, right? He's had time to think. So, he's had a lot of opportunities. How fast he's been moving, it shows that he's been thinking, right? And he's been planning this whole time. So, and
people were saying he's got a lot of great people around him, Vivek, Elon, David Sachs from the crypto AI side of things. So like, yeah, to your point, I think he's probably learned a lot from, his first term. And then these past few years, it does seem like a different Trump, right? Heading into this term.
If you also look at the Joe Rogan podcast that he did, he like very much like was talking about that. He said like, I learned a lot, when it comes to like just how they had an office and what he did in terms of making mistakes and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I'm very curious to see what comes out of all of this, man. So, and he also is a younger vice president too, right?
JD Vance.
So, yeah, JD Vance is also very young. He has one of the youngest senators, and so or was, now he's vice president. But like that's also something that you shouldn't. There's a lot of things, right? Like TikTok, he unbanned that and specific stuff, and I think there's a lot of things that he understands because TikTok, he also says that helped him with the points, right? So he has definitely affiliation to TikTok, and so yeah, I think there's a lot of things that he has learned over the course of these last few years that he's going to try to implement relatively quickly.
Listen, guys, I'm if you don't know, your boy Icy is a mid curver. These are mid curve takes, guys. I'm like, and like left and right curve is like Trump is president, like Trump meme coin, like, and that was the original take. Everyone was so excited. They're like, it's open season. We can do anything. Crime is on the road. You know, they're the whole crime meme is a whole other funny thing. So that like very well could be the case. And if it is the case, I am all for it because I want more of a crypto friendly environment. I want this tech. I want these builders to be able to build. We're seeing a lot of like people get more optimistic about being in the US and building in the US as a founder, as a builder. You're seeing those takes. So there's nothing that I want more than that. But at the same time, like it hurts my heart a little bit when we see the mania that we happened over the weekend. Cause like, it just doesn't feel like, it's like that meme from Succession. Like we're not serious people. Like it doesn't feel like this is necessarily a good look for the space. And that was kind of reiterated when the Melania meme coin launched. So for context, let's recap this real quick. Because if anyone missed it, we saw Trump launch his official meme coin on Friday night, like launching the crypto world into an absolute frenzy. It basically shot up to $2 billion immediately. It pulled back to 1 billion. There was like a minute where you could get an entry, and then it just went up only. Like we woke up to Saturday and it was $30 billion. Sunday, yesterday, it topped at 75 billion, and everyone's like wildly bullish, calling for new paradigms. You know, we're going to the moon. And then yesterday afternoon, the official Melania meme coin launched. Trump retweets it. People were still like, is this a scam? Like, is she hacked? Is it fake? But then like the Trump retweet happened and, you know, no news came out that it was fake. So everyone's like, okay, like it's real. Immediately, the Trump meme coin crashed about $40 billion in minutes, which is one of the wildest things I've ever seen. $40 billion in minutes. And then Melania ended up running to about 13 billion as a high. And I think it's currently at like 7.5 billion. And last time I checked, Trump is at 50 billion.
Yeah.
So like the narrative and the sentiment change over the weekend was kind of crazy because Trump launched his coin and everyone's like, it's on, you know, higher. This is the best thing ever. Man, we got 4 years of this. And then when Melania launched her token, everyone's like, wow, they are grifting. This is a mass extraction. How could they, like, they screwed it up. All they had to do was nothing. It's kind of like CryptoPunks, like, don't touch it. Like, we're going to run with your Trump meme coin. And now we got a Melania token. And now everyone's like, yeah, is Barron coming? And people are posting the family tree and they're like, how many tokens are we going to get? We're going to get 30 Trump family tokens? Like,
the only one that I would do is Barron, to be honest. I think that Barron, like, you know, did a lot of things for the election that people don't even know. I think just looking at him, the way that Trump talked about Barron as well in like the podcast and all that stuff, he was saying like, oh, Barron told me about you. Barron told me about you. Barron told me about you. I was just like, wow. Yeah. Barron's like, first of all, kudos to Trump to like listen to Barron in terms of like understanding some of like his generation when it comes to that stuff. Really cool. And yeah, so we'll see where it goes, man.
Yeah. Shout out to VGF. Yeah. There was so much chaos. Like Solana like stopped working. Like Solana was like down. Not really, but they had issues. The blocks were running and they just had issues. I don't know, sequencing or some of the tech stuff. Shout out to Solana though. We're rocking the hat for them. It's just wild, man. Again, as like a crypto purist, on one hand, like a libertarian, like anybody can do anything. And I support that. On the other hand, like this is just not how like
you wanted it to go down.
Yeah, it's not like how it doesn't make me proud of the space.
Yeah, what you represent and that you want to represent. No, it's the same thing for me. Like memes, to me and you, like I haven't obviously not been in memes for we haven't been in this
Yeah.
cycle, right? And so there's a lot of things that I'm hoping that like this kind of also gets this out of the way and we like mature over this cycle. But memes have been here the whole time, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things is like you also just let it ride and do it and let everybody else just build while also having liquidity outside of it. So yeah, it's definitely tough for sure.
Yeah. I think there's so much confusion and no one really knows. We're in uncharted territories
Hmm.
to a certain degree. I think you can map like and that's what happens in a bull run, and that's what
Right.
happens in a mania in a little bit of a delusion. There's like we're still kind of in the fog of war trying to make sense of a lot of this. I think the one thing that we know is that it's just going to be crazy and probably
Yeah.
volatile
Hold on to
and
your purses.
unpredictable,
Yeah.
and strap in. Yeah, like there was a Baron token. Shout out to Mr. Forbet. I saw I think either Ash or Cairo. I think it was Ash. Like one Baron token last night ended up going to 400 million. It was like a
Yeah.
meme coin,
Nuts.
pump fun. It rugged originally. I saw a bunch of Baron tokens launch, and apparently one of them ended up going massive. It's a crazy time, but hopefully this does bring liquidity in for the builders, for the people, and that's what gets me excited, right? Like the most exciting thing for me is like a lot of the game updates that we covered, Sonium launching, a project like Sugartown, um, getting ready for their moment in the sun, moving to potentially moving to abstract. I think the big hullabaloo last cycle or last year was like they were no longer with Zynga, but I think that actually clears the way for them to launch a token, which would be bullish for NFT holders, all that type of stuff. So I think it's exciting, right? Games are coming. You know, like vibes are high. People are making money. People are retired. Like some of the trenchers retired off of Trump this weekend.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, 100%.
And I think there will, who knows how much time we have left in the cycle, but there absolutely will be more opportunities like this. So, if you're playing that game, I mean, be careful, one, but also
Right.
there's massive opportunities with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, no, it is. Being attached to your computer definitely pays off for sure.
Yeah, you gotta like not leave the computer, not sleep is what people were saying.
Tell your family get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, take advantage of the bull run. I guess we can end with this, Peyton. Like,
Yeah.
I'm more of the mindset that this is likely a 4-year typical crypto cycle, and I do think that we hit a cycle top at some point. I would say maybe late 2025. Some people have moved their targets now to early 2026 or even like sometime so I think it could go until 2026, which would be amazing. We've got 1 to 2 more years to make gen wealth. But I think that like we'll run back. I mean, we started the show saying we're going to run back every single thing from last cycle, which means also a blow off top and a crash. Something will happen,
Yeah.
which will be really sad and scary. And
which centralized exchange do we want to throw under the bus this time for it? Please not Coinbase.
Yeah,
Coinbase,
yeah, dude.
Coinbase is too good to me. But yeah, man, why don't we thank our sponsors, and apologies guys for Spark C, or I'm apologizing for the fact that he had some family stuff, so we didn't want to make him in a compromising situation here to try to get on the show.
Yeah, we'll get him on at some point for sure.
Yeah, 100%. We got clickbaity though, so you got me and Icy, but me and Icy do not equal a Spark C. So let me just say that it just me and Icy total a mid curver. So that is where we're going. But yeah, let's thank our sponsors, man. I'll put up OpenSea up here.
Yeah, guys,
on it.
That's going to do it for today's episode. We'll be back next Monday. But before we head out, we got to thank the partners that make this show possible. OpenSea, the most trusted and largest marketplace in the world, gearing up for OpenSea 2. If you're buying, selling, trading, or just like, looking at NFTs, start your watch list on OpenSea. Go trade on OpenSea. Tell them that Icy and Peyton sent you. They do a lot for Web3 gaming. Attend one of their streams. Just say hi to Oliver. Let Oliver know, hey, I appreciate what you're doing for Web3 gaming, and we love OpenSea. There's enough people kind of fudding and creating noise on the timeline. So we want to spread more love and positivity. We also got to show some love to Zai.games. Man, dude, some of the games on Zai are cooking. I'm super excited. I want to jump in and play them. Planet X, of course, but now this Spot Zero one has caught my eye. If you guys have not picked up a Zai Sentry Key, I think you can get one for like $50. It's your battle pass to Zai. I think it comes with 12, at minimum 12 guaranteed airdrops. Can't see how that doesn't, work out in your favor. Not financial advice, of course, but shout out to Zai. Oh, there's actually there was a tweet. They have a AMA. They've been gearing up for a big thing. I think Sobi and John from Zai have a Discord AMA tomorrow, where it seems like some pretty big things are going to be announced. Let me share this real quick. I want to put this on your guys' radar.
Yeah, please.
Because this could be alpha. They've been building. Something will be revealed very soon. Get a preview of what's going on behind the scenes at Zai during our town hall. Hop in the Zai Discord on Tuesday, January 21st, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big update from Sobi and John Shipman. They're shipping. And with that, guys, we will see you next Monday for the 57th episode of Ready Up. Thank you so much for tuning in. King Snooch, Rila K, Soulforge, Sovereign, Nunca, NJ, my guy. Much, much love. VGF, YP, Winner, Jordan, Feinstein, my guy. He was one of the ones in the Wolves voice chat, just vibing out.
He was, man. I love
trenches. Lauverse, of course. Guys, appreciate you. That's gonna do it for the show. We'll see you next Monday. Good luck out there. Trump inauguration. I don't know. People are saying today is gonna get wild. I almost don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know, brother. Hey, man, I'm here. Always here for you. Always here for you all too. So love you all.
Love you guys. Peace.